What's the matter?
They've reopened her case.
Your first wife. They might find out who did it.
Well, the saliva swab's degraded, so we can't raise a DNA profile.
So how does it work? You protecting us?
Don't worry about Atif. I'll make sure he goes down for a very long time.
It contains glass particles that were on top of the blood spatter.
A staged burglary and break-in.
You're hiding something.
I resent that suggestion.
Go and talk to dear Stevens.
Welcome, everyone. This is the marriage of Laura and Tim, who will welcome you here. Dearly beloved, we are gathered.
Get that, will you, love?
Is this the home of Elizabeth Bancroft? Yes. Well, she's not expecting you. Well, she just decided. Thank you.
All this time she was helping and she didn't think to mention she was mates with the murder victim.
Walker said she's been jumpy about the case from the beginning, and that she wanted me off it.
Why didn't you say?
I didn't think it was important. He's not objective about her. They're both up for the DCS job.
Well, you can't sit on it. You have to report it to him.
He'll use it against her.
Look, I know you like her. I do too, but this is weird.
She could have been on that wedding video for any reason.
Maybe it was her sabotaging us at Mayfield's.
Come on, this is Bancroft we're talking about. Why would she do that?
Because she's hiding something from her past. It happens.
Okay. Before we start jumping to crazy conclusions, just let me do some digging.
So, how do you two know each other?
Old friends. We were at uni together.
How do you want your coffee?
Tim, just call me Tim. White, no sugar. Thanks.
Are you on your way out?
No, it can wait. You should get to footy. There's going to be traffic on the high street.
Were you on the same course at uni, or how did you meet?
Well, we were in halls together, thanks. And then we were housemates till we graduated.
No, you ought to go, Joe, really.
Okay. It was nice to meet you.
You too. Good luck.
Thank you.
What are you doing here? I thought we agreed that you wouldn't come back.
They've reopened Laura's case. This detective's been calling, and then Len Dorman showed up in London, and I thought if I didn't make an appearance, it would look odd.
Well, they've closed it.
What?
The case is closed.
Oh, right. I suppose I ought to be pleased. I mean, could have been difficult if they dredged up what we did.
Well, everything's under control. Although it doesn't help you turning up on my doorstep like this.
You know, somehow, I don't even know how, I've managed not to think too much about Laura over the years, but now I can't stop. I keep seeing what she looked like. The blood. I just... Sorry. Obviously, I can't talk about this with anyone else.
Have you been to see her?
You mean them? Wasn't just Laura that died that day.
We should go.
Oh, you're right. I should go. You know, I don't even think I can remember where the church is.
Tim, for Christ's sake,
Please,
come on.
please, come with me. I honestly, I can't do this on my own.
Give me 5 minutes. I gotta make a phone call.
Joe. Look, what you saw with me and Andy, it's not anything, okay?
Why are you sleeping together? You're in a relationship, if you can even call it that. You know he's married.
Who told you that?
Doesn't matter.
Your mother. You know she shouldn't be spreading station gossip.
Yeah, well, she doesn't want to see me get hurt.
Okay. Me and Andy, we did have a fling. When I first came, but finished. Finished months ago.
Okay, so what was that last night then?
Just stupid flirtation, nothing more.
Yeah, I like you a lot, so please don't mess me around.
I'm not messing you around.
Promise?
Promise.
Ben's taking good care of things?
I come up here too. You know what I'm like. I can't stand this. Not that Laura would have cared. She liked a bit of chaos. Do you remember how pissed she got at your wedding? We had to carry her home. She thought it was funny.
We were on an 8 o'clock flight to Venice the next morning. She wasn't laughing then. Thanks for looking after the grey. And for coming here with me.
There's a train back to London at midday. So.
Is this it? I'm not moving my son in there.
We had to move you fast. It's safe. That's what counts.
I want to speak to Bancroft. She said she'd be here.
She'll be here soon. Come on. Let's get inside. Hey. Come on.
"27 years since I was last here. Can't believe it. Do you ever think of leaving?
No. No, my life's here.
Get to London much?
Not often.
Well, if you do, we should get together.
I think we both know that's not a good idea, don't we? Sorry. Sorry, I've got to get this. Yep.
Yep, they're in safely. She's been asking for you.
Yeah, all right, put her on.
There you are. It's Bancroft.
Everything okay?
Not really. The flat's tiny. There's nowhere for Rahid to play.
Yeah, I know. Look, I'm looking for somewhere in the countryside, but I just needed you safe as soon as possible.
But you promised you'd be here.
I've got family situations. When's the teeth back?
Monday. And he's going to go mad when he realises I've gone.
He won't find you, don't worry.
Will you come round?
Yeah, I will. I will when I can, I promise. But DS Bevan's going to stay with you for now, all right? So you've got nothing to worry about. Pop him on, will you?
Go.
Right, I need you to stay with her.
Go, my missus has just come back and we're planning.
You know what's at stake here. This is your priority, so just get on with it. Lazy bastard.
Well, wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of you.
Damn right.
I'm on the weekend shift, but I'm free tonight if you want me to come round.
I'd love that, but I'll have to see because I'm working too. Oh, one of your mum's old cases, actually. She was on this investigation about this girl called Laura Fraser. Does that ring any bells?
Just the cold case that you've been...
No. We've moved on to a different one now. She never mentioned a Laura or a Tim Fraser to you, has she?
No, don't know any Frasers.
We should have met them years ago, probably before you were born.
This guy came round to the house this morning, and he said he was Mum's friend from university, but he was called Tim. I didn't get his surname. What's this about?
It's police protocol. If you stay in touch with the witness, then you should declare it.
Okay, well, if it was him, she hasn't stayed in touch. He just appeared out of nowhere.
Okay. We've got 10 minutes. You should easily catch her.
You are keen to get rid of me.
It's best for both of us. We acted like idiots after Laura died.
We didn't do anything wrong.
We slept together, Tim. The night of the funeral, we fucked. We kept fucking.
There's no need to put it like that.
I don't know what we were thinking.
Anyway, does it really matter now the case is closed?
Yes, it matters. Could ruin both of our professional reputations.
Suppose you're right.
I know I'm right. So please, Tim, just go.
You split with Brian, didn't you? Did you get lonely?
I focus on my work. I've got Joe.
I've got a daughter now, Amber. Sometimes I worry that we're almost too close, dependent on each other.
Does Amber have a mum?
Freya.
Are you together?
Just. It's not been easy. We met not long after all this, and I was messed up about Laura, and I was missing you.
God, you don't have to talk bullshit. Nobody is such a good lawyer.
No, it's true. After I got to London, I missed you. I missed you
That's
terribly.
because I was your housekeeper. I was your cook.
Come on.
When I first met you, you couldn't even boil an egg.
Well, I learned.
That's because I taught you.
Well, I'm now an extremely fine chef, I'll have you know.
I believe that when I see it.
Well, let me prove it to you. I'll cook you lunch. Liz, I really would appreciate it if we could just talk. You know? Everything between us, it ended so abruptly.
It had to be.
Well, maybe, but so much happened for both of us. And, you know, and for the record, I didn't miss you because you taught me how to cook. I missed you because you were my best friend. But please, just lunch. After that, I'll go.
Bancroft didn't know Laura, but she did know the husband, Tim Fraser. That's why she was at the wedding. They're at uni together. Really good friends by the looks of things.
Did you get all that from the Sun?
They gave me the lead. Told you he'd talk to me. Look, I'm gonna be home in like half an hour. Can you come over?
I'm with a friend. I'll be over soon.
Okay.
Missed you.
I've missed you too.
Come in. Look, I didn't know how else to call this. Copper was meant to stay, but then he just left.
Is that...
Yeah, he's Rahid. He's 5 now.
What's going on, Zar? Does Darnish know you've run?
He's in on it.
You know what? What are you talking about?
Darnish is gonna rat on our diff. That's why we're here, in protection.
Is a detective called Bancroft running you?
Yeah. Yeah, she was meant to be here today, but she didn't turn up. I don't even know what this Bancroft's like, if we can trust her.
I think you can. She's a good police officer, one of the best. She might actually do it. Get the bastard locked up.
And maybe you could come home.
I have lost out on so much because of a thief.
Listen to this.
Witness statement from Tim Fraser's alibi. Mr. Fraser was seen in the law library by at least 3 other people, right? But there's no names, there's no statements, and there was no action raised whatsoever to trace these witnesses. Bancroft signed off on this, and it's complete crap.
So maybe she made a mistake.
I think she was covering for him. I need to take this to Walker.
If Bancroft was covering for him, this'll sink her.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Why she never told us that she knew the Frasers.
Maybe we should rush in. This case has been unsolved for years. A few more weeks will make no difference.
You've changed your tune.
Wait until she's wound up the Kamara up.
But Tim Fraser is in town now.
You can always go to London, question him later. Bancroft's really close to getting a Tief Kamara.
What does Joe do?
He is a physio. What about your daughter? There you go.
She is. Well, Amber's only 17, but she has mentioned the police.
Oh, more for work.
That's what I said.
You got a picture?
Yeah. Damn sofa.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, she looks like you, from how you look then anyway.
Have I changed a lot?
We all have, haven't we? You don't notice most of the time, and then you catch yourself at a certain angle and you think...
Who the hell is that?
What is that? Oh, my God. Gosh, you keep that. Jim, no wonder your marriage is in trouble.
Well, Laura's always been a problem for Freya. You have too.
Gosh.
That's true. I didn't want to leave you, Liz. And I thought about it a lot. What life would have been like with you.
Yeah, I think you should go. You're gonna miss your train.
Well, actually, I've already booked myself into a hotel, the one down the road. Coming up here wasn't just about Laura. I wanted to reconnect with you.
What, and you just, what, presumed that I'd just fall back in your lap?
No, I didn't presume anything. I hoped.
No.
And you want to. You've always wanted to.
God, you arrogant
Well,
shit.
it's true, though, isn't it?
I don't want this all raked up again, all right? I'm happy. My life is great. I don't want you coming in and just
what? So you're just
complicating
going to
it
cut
like
off
that.
from me?
Yes,
again?
yeah, because there's nothing between us and there never was.
That is not fucking
Oh, just
true.
get out, Tim. Just get out. Come on.
I'm disturbing you, sorry.
Oh, no, sorry, I thought you would... No, it doesn't matter. Well, it must be important if you just turned up here. You better come in.
It's about Zahira, Kamara.
What do you know about Zahira?
We're all friends from school. She called me and I went to see her.
Well, she shouldn't have called you and you shouldn't have gone.
She's told me everything, that you're protecting her. She'd been left on her own. She was freaking out.
She shouldn't be contacting anyone.
Zahira's strong, but she needs support through this. I wanted you to know I can help.
You do realise how confidential this is, don't you?
I know what's at stake. I come from high water. I grew up with the Kamara family breathing down my neck. I knew Atif. I'm not keen on people knowing.
Well, I'll keep it to myself. As long as you tell no one about Zahira. If I need another pair of hands, I'll let you know.
My card, my number's on it.
Thank you. Is there something else?
I think you ought to know. The Laura Fraser cold case is still open.
Are you telling me that?
You have a real chance of getting Atif. I don't want anything getting in your way.
Who is it?
Elizabeth Bancroft.
Just a minute. Gov, what are you doing here?
Oh. You have been busy.
Came to my attention that you knew Laura and Tim Fraser, and I thought I should find out how you met.
Well, you could have just asked me. I'd have told you.
Then why didn't you? All the time I've been on this case, you've not said anything.
You know, the irony is I was going to ring you today. Tim Fraser is here. He's in town.
Why?
Came to see you, actually. Thought the case was still open, which it obviously is.
I'm still doing some work on it, yes.
For Walker. And is he aware that I know Tim Fraser?
I haven't told him. I haven't decided what to do. But I might have to. Did Tim Fraser really have an alibi, Gov? Because this doesn't count as one.
He said he was in the library alone, and I believed him.
No one ever corroborated that, but you said they did. You covered for him.
He was terrified he'd be suspected.
Why?
Tim and Laura had a difficult relationship. He didn't want the baby.
How do you know that?
They had a massive row a few days before the murder.
Well, there's nothing mentioned about that in the file.
A neighbor heard. And I got rid of the statement.
You concealed evidence?
Yes, I know. I can't believe I did something so stupid, but it would have looked so bad for him, Catherine.
You could have lost your job.
Yeah, I still could. I could do time.
Why did you do that?
Tim meant a great deal to me. He was my best friend. And I was 100% convinced that he was innocent. Laura's death devastated him. At least I thought it did.
You're saying you think
Tim Fraser may have done this.
I don't know, Catherine. I don't know. It's just, after Laura died, he left to London so quickly. I did wonder.
I need to ask you, Gov. Did you ever sleep with him, or did you like him?
God, no. No. It wasn't like that. It was... We were just really close. You know, we went through a lot together and... What are you going to do?
Interview him under caution.
No, you've not got enough to caution him. You'll have to go in softly and see where that gets you. And what about me? I've made a terrible mistake and I ought to pay for it.
I'm going to work out a way to present this to Walker. And I'm going to leave you out of it.
No. I will not have you put your career on the line.
I won't be the reason that yours goes under. Tim Fraser, QC. Is husband of the victim. I want to bring him in for questioning. New forensic evidence shows us that we have a staged burglary by someone who knew what they were doing. We also have new information that Tim didn't want his baby and that the marriage was unraveling.
Who says?
Len Dorman.
Well, get it down in a statement.
And there's these. Neighbours report an argument 2 nights before the murder.
Couldn't hear what they were saying, but they were shouting. And she was crying. Where have these suddenly turned up from?
From another file from 1990. The paperwork is a complete mess. Gov, I really need to move on this. Tim Fraser's in town.
What about Bancroft? How does she fit into this?
I haven't really got anything on her other than Fraser's alibi is shaky. She didn't follow up on the assertion he was in the library.
Why didn't she?
Well, I've talked to her about it. She admits it. It's always bothered her. Haverstock told her not to. He was convinced that Laura's killer was a burglar. She was just following orders.
We've got nothing else on her.
I can't find anything. Tim Fraser, please, Gov. Thanks.
Lara, on your feet. Doctor will see you now.
at war.
What'd you go as?
The dragon. Roar!
Go on, get there.
Put your mum on.
You get you somewhere safe?
I don't know. Suppose it is. It's in town, and Arthur's back tomorrow.
Yeah. Zahira, hi. We're going to move you. Witness protection have found you somewhere in the country. It's far enough away that no one's going to know who you are. There's a really good local primary school for Rahid, so you can start again, all right?
Are you definitely all right with this, sir?
Tell her what she wants to know.
I want you to look at these pictures. Mark Burick, Serbian mafia. Kirill Vasiliev, same business. What's Latif doing with them?
Buying guns.
How many?
Shitloads.
What port are they coming through?
Hull.
And what's he going to do with them?
Sold them. To the highest bidder, he doesn't care who.
Mr. Fraser, I'm D.S. Stevens. Do you mind if I sit down?
How did you know I was here?
Superintendent Bancroft told me.
Right.
I've been trying to catch up with you for a while.
Well, I came up to talk to you, but too late, obviously, because the case is closed.
Actually, it's still open.
Oh, how? I mean, why? Do you have new evidence?
Oh, having re-examined the old evidence, we have reason to believe that the crime scene was staged to look like a burglary.
Staged?
Yes. And we're confident that the new forensic evidence would hold up in court. We now want to explore people who knew Laura, someone that she could have let in or could have let themselves in. Can you think of anyone who might have wanted to harm your wife?
No, I mean, why would anyone?
No enemies at work?
When Laura worked behind a bar, I wanted her to stop. Wasn't a job for a pregnant woman.
How did you feel about Laura's pregnancy?
I was delighted.
Even though your marriage was in difficulties?
Who told you that?
A reliable source. You argued with Laura 2 nights before she died. Sounds like it was quite a row.
Well, that's because she'd been drinking. Look, Laura could be... She could be wild sometimes, and she wasn't exactly making adjustments. I'm an anxious dad. You should see what I'm like with my daughter now.
Shall we talk about your alibi? You were in the library.
Yes.
Were there many people there with you?
I don't remember.
See, because the thing is, this paperwork doesn't really add up to much.
You do realize this conversation isn't admissible because you haven't cautioned me.
Sir, Superintendent Bancroft has told me everything. Why did you persuade her to falsify your alibi?
I did no such thing.
That's not how she remembers it.
Well, Superintendent Bancroft must have misremembered. Now, I think we're done here.
Please, Mr. Fraser.
No. First time you lot get it wrong by thinking it was a burglary, and now you're about to just mess it all up again. I didn't kill Laura. I was in love with her, for God's sake. We'd only just got married.
Did Laura have a lover?
No.
Did you?
Of course not, no.
There was nobody you were involved with.
I want surveillance on Latif 24/7. According to Zahir, he's coming back through Gatwick tomorrow afternoon.
We'll pick him up there.
Need a tracker on his car. Intercept on his phone. Need to know when those guns are coming in.
Is this all right?
Yeah, go in. Take that, will you? Briefing in first. Tim, look, listen.
Just shut up. Shut the fuck up. Dear Stevens just came to see me, but you already know that because you told her where I was.
Well, I couldn't lie. She found out we knew each other.
She had the witness statements of the argument. You said you got rid of them. And she knew about the faked alibi. I never should have listened to you about that.
Shit scared. They always think it's the husband. That's what you kept saying. Anyway, Stevens hasn't got enough on you. It's the forensics that matter. She's got jack shit.
Well, you're wrong. They have new forensics, and they show that the burglary was staged.
Well, they've got no DNA. They've got no prints.
Stevens will get them. She's determined.
Stevens is just a baby.
Well, she was trying to rattle me, but you're right. She doesn't have jack shit because I didn't do it.
Maybe it was somebody from Laura's work, an old flame. I mean, I can't believe she was celibate before she knew you.
Oh, you never really did like her, did you?
Oh, come on. I didn't think she was good enough for you, that's all. I was neutral. I didn't have an opinion.
Then why do you still go up to her grave?
Because she was my first body. And we never caught her killer, so she stayed with me.
Laura, I think the facts are these. Laura knew the person who murdered her because she let her killer in. She was stabbed 18 times, and she was bitten. It was a crime of passion. I don't know why. I didn't see that before. And then the killer set up the scene to look like a burglary and did it well enough to convince a seasoned copper like Haverstock.
Is this a confession? Because you've just described yourself.
Well, I'm describing you, too. Was it because of me? Did you kill her because of me?
God, you're pathetic. Laura was worth 10 of you. She was strong, but you blame everybody else for your own weaknesses, use other people to prop you up. Why would I kill anyone for you?
I will go over every inch of the
You
evidence.
point the police at me and I will destroy you. I've got the witness statements, the alibis.
You set all of that up.
You wanted to leave Laura for me. You slept with me as soon as she died, and then you turned up back here 27 years later. You forced yourself on me.
You came to my hotel. You wanted to have sex with me.
No one is ever going to believe you.
You fucking bitch.
You've got a wife, you've got a daughter you adore, an impressive career. You talk, you're going to lose all of that. No, you go back to London. I'll sort this out, just like I did before.
Elizabeth, a word, please.
I don't think Tim Fraser killed his wife, Gov.
Why not?
Because he told me he didn't, and I believed him. And if you were there, Gov, you would have believed him too.
Well, if he didn't, who did?
When I asked him if he was having an affair, he clammed up. Couldn't get away from me fast enough. Maybe he had a lover.
How are you going to find out who he was shafting 27 years ago?
It's a haul of weapons, including assault rifles and Scorpion machine pistols.
How many?
3 dozen.
3 dozen?
I want to seize the firearms and apprehend the two simultaneously. Your retirement present.
Oh, well, don't screw it up.
Oh, I won't. Trust me.
Good. Anything else?
I don't normally say anything, but I get the feeling that there are certain individuals that are working against me.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm a woman. I'm going for the big job, and I'm not the only person going for it.
You mean Walker?
Yeah. I think he sees me as competition.
What's he doing?
Well, he's going through all my old cases, trying to find shit on me. I'm afraid if he doesn't find it, he's just going to make it up. I just want to do my job. End of. No games.
Thanks for letting me know.
Thank you, sir.
I won't be a sec. Let me just finish these.
I was actually hoping to talk to your mum.
Oh, she's still at work. What do you want it for?
Oh, it was just that work thing I mentioned.
Ah, the guy who was here at the weekend. Tim? Was that who you were looking for?
I don't know. I haven't checked up on him.
Well, I wouldn't mind knowing who he was myself, actually, because she was gone all that night with him, I reckon.
Your mum was sleeping with him.
Oh, can you... don't tell anyone at work about that.
Of course I won't.
You know, maybe we should follow their example.
No, I can't, sorry.
Jesus Christ, Catherine, can you please make your mind up? Because one minute you're all over me, and then the next it's... Look, it's that Andy guy again, isn't it?
It has nothing to do with Andy. Your mum.
What about my mum, Catherine?
I can't talk about this. Right now, I'm sorry. We'll talk tomorrow, okay?
Am I interrupting?
No, Miss Hughes, she wants to talk to anyway.
Joe! Joe!
I'm done.
Didn't realise you were still an item. I'm glad I caught you. I wanted to have a chat with you, actually. Is Walker building a case against me?
Well, he wants to, but I haven't given him anything. I've kept your name out of it.
Good. So, how did it go with Tim?
I didn't really get anything out of him.
You still think he could have done it?
I don't know.
What's the matter? Why are you so frightened?
Just tired. Been a long day.
So tell me what Tim said.
Nothing new. I need to go, okay?
You're lying. Why are you lying to me?
I'm not.
You and Walker are coming after me, aren't you?
Please, Elizabeth.
You didn't tell me you had new evidence to prove there wasn't a burglary. Why didn't you?
Well, you didn't tell me you were sleeping with Tim Fraser.
Take me on, and I'll finish you. Do you understand me?
Laura took you on, didn't she?
After everything I've done for you, you've let me down, Catherine. You are not worthy of my support. Now, get out of my house! Get out!